Hello all. Good evening. Good evening all. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me start my videos. I am sharing the screen. Is it visible to you?
सर वॉइस इको हो रही है.
Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Inausa labors law kay kilay do ba sana na ba? Garisan na san anam kay aso mo sa.
Mute your audios.
Gari khamam ne. Kaji khamam phanga ubra. Kaji khamam phangra pakin.
Ano, Temba.
Gari paking phanga ubra ba je. Adudi
First, actually, this session is regarding the GBO and 24 batch. First, we will discussing about our strategy. Thereafter, we will discuss the balance sheet analysis, which is much important for SBI CBO interview. Especially, it is important for all interviews. Okay, not only for the GBO. Let me. Screen is visible to you or not?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Sharing the screen. Are you seeing this preparation strategy or this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's begin. First, we will be discussing about the syllabus for the IBPS GBO and other PSB GBO. Whatever the similarities, whatever are the differences. First, we will be discussing about the exam pattern. Exam pattern of RRB GBO if you are appearing for skill 2 and 3. Now it is clear. I hope it is not echoing. Echo is there or not?
No, sir. अभी ठीक.
Okay. Hopefully, all of you know what is the pattern of RRBG. Reasoning and quant are the main deciding factors for you. Because not only they are considering the more marks, because most of people fail in it. If you are not haven't appeared, anyone appeared for PO exam and not clear earlier.
GBO.
Shiva Prasad is there or not? Okay.
So I have applied GPO exam last year.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Shiva Prasad is there.
Okay. One person, Krishna Swami is there or not? No. Anyone, we are not comfortable in Hindi or English? Anyone who is not comfortable either in Hindi or English? All of you are comfortable in English or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we will continue in English. See, the most important thing for RBLD GBO is your quant and reasoning portion. First, we will be talking about this. See, here are 40 questions and you have 50 marks. It is around 1.25 marks for 40 questions. Okay, means you are going through one question and 0.25 marks more than the other questions being asked in the computer or computer means financial awareness and English language. But you see the cutoff is all, most of time it is 2 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks. Six to I have never seen around 5 to 6 marks is there. The reason being you start the question, solve for some time, then leave it. Until you prepare yourself a strategy, you are not going to make any miracle in this exam. Especially you will find that GBO exam is uh, tougher than CBO exam and other exams, because in CBO exam you do not have uh, in CBO exams you do not have quant and reasoning portion. Reasoning portion is there, but quant portion is not there. Similarly, in other GBO exams, like if you are appearing for Bank of Maharashtra exam, Central Bank of India, IOB, and Credit Officer of Union Bank of India, and others, you do not find quant section there. If you even if they are there, the major portion contributes for major person contributes for your banking knowledge. It makes your marks. But in case of GBO, it is not so. If you are poor in quant and reasoning section, then it will be very difficult. Although you may be selected, but scores won't be enough to get a seat, mean to get a RRB. Okay. Therefore, you need to plan how you will be focusing on these topics. See, in the reasoning section, most of person start puzzle, but they leave the puzzle. How many of you clearly make a puzzle in exam? How many of you think that you are very good at puzzles? Okay, I will be advising you solve the puzzles. But see, your aim should be increase the scores. There may be puzzles that you cannot solve at all. There may be two. If these are two variable puzzles, then you can easily solve. If there are three variables, then you may try, but you may not solve. And if there are four variables puzzle, these are kite level puzzles. Do not solve. If you are very good at quant and reasoning, then you might have cleared the PO exams earlier, because PO exams are also mostly based on quant and reasoning. They don't ask very much of the banking awareness and other financial knowledge. Then now your selection decides are your planning. Selection is completely decided by your planning. See, our aim will be get score in reasoning, means you know that syllogism, everyone is comfortable with syllogism or not? Okay, let me discuss then in this topic wise. You will be having reasoning, computer, English language and Hindi language. How many of you appear for in Hindi language? Hindi as a language. What do you expect that out of 40 marks, what should be the good marks for selection? You know that even if you choose Hindi, Hindi is not very easy. Okay, if you are from if your language has been Hindi, this doesn't mean that you are grammatically very sound in Hindi. Even as a English Hindi language, you will find the puzzles. So puzzles means paragraphs so big that you won't be able to understand. See, out of this 40 marks, you need to score at least 8 marks. 25 to 28. You need to score. If you are good at English, then do not go for Hindi, you prepare for English. If you are not very good at English, then you may go with Hindi. Now, computer section. The biggest problem arises here. Although this is the only 20 marks, but some students score around 19 and 20 marks in computer section. We will go through this only. These are the pattern. You have to appear only either Hindi language or English language. Marking scheme, you know that you need to clear all the sections and cut off of all the sections as it is as per IBPS. You cannot score much in one section and very less or zero in another section. You will be disqualified. No. Negative marking is there. You people already know that 1/4, that is 0.25 marks. Suppose the question is of 1 mark, then 0.25 marks. If question is of 4 marks, 1 marks will be deducted. Exam pattern of other public sector. See, this is the examination pattern which which was asked in Bank of Maharashtra, skill 2 and 3. In this, 100 marks was for professional knowledge and 100 for general. Note that earlier, Bank of Maharashtra was asking English language and other things also, but with the very latest advertisement was there. In this, the division was in this way. Means you will have having 200 marks, but see, there is no quant and reasoning. Here also, if you prepare general banking, RBI circulars, okay, and current banking and financial awareness monthly, you will have scored very good marks in this. Now, Central Bank of India, last year it has advertised. In this, 100 questions were there, 100 marks were there, only computer knowledge, banking, and note that these are almost similar things: professional economic scenario and general banking. Composite time was of 60 minutes. Marking scheme in Central Bank of India, there was no advertisement, nothing was mentioned in the advertisement regarding whether it is a negative marking is there or not. Okay. In Bank of Maharashtra, it was quoted that there is no negative marking. It depends on whether the bank allow or see that IBPS what IB. Before you appear that in the exam, during in the screen, you come to know whether there is negative marking or not. If it is mentioned already in the notification, then also it is advised that you read the instructions whether there is negative marking or not. Similarities and differences in IBPS GPU and other bank GPU. See, it goes with the differences in quant, reasoning, and computer. In IBPS, RRB, GBO, these things also have a major chunk of the questions where it is asked quant and reasoning. But in the other banks, GBO, this is not like that. There may not be quant sections at all. Okay. Now we will be discussing how to score efficiently in the exam and how to tackle reasoning and quant section in GPU exams. See, most of students, when they start their study, they see that there should be some trick to increase the speed, and a number of online tutors are there. They will be teaching you how to multiply by 11, how to multiply if number is ending by 25. These are foolish things. It is based on my experience how I have prepared for exam. And further, some will be showing that how to multiply with the number. Suppose you have to multiply by this, and you have multiplied by some this number. If it is in, then some rule is there. Suppose you have to multiply by some number by 11, then some rule is there. Honestly, can you say me if sometime, any time in the life you have you appeared for a number of times in the exam, was it useful? When 20 to 30 years of your life, you did the normal calculation like 125 into 123 is equal to this. Okay. Then how you will be doing this 125 into 123 is equal to right 12500 add this is 100. Now it is 20. Then 125 into it will be 250. Then 1 will be there. Then now you multiply by 3. Then add all these. Why? Nothing will know that in when you will be learning very new things, error may be there. If one error goes in your, all your calculation, everything will go in vain. But whatever you are practicing regularly, it will never throw an error. Although it may be sometimes. Okay, it is also good that if you practiced so much that you are able to solve everything with the trick, then good and learning. But I never advise, because most of you people are working and you don't have enough time to practice. You have to give your time to your organization where you are working. Then in remaining time, you have to see family and also your study too. Then you just wherever you are comfortable, okay, then you do in the same way. First, just work on your accuracy. If accuracy is good, and even if you little bit improve your speed, then you will get selected. Do not go through. Suppose someone is teaching that, for an example, suppose you are studying and DI. Okay. Like this is 200. This is 100. This is 150 and this is 100. Okay. Company A, B, C, D. Now, how much A is sales of A is greater than B? It is sales. Sales by company A is how much percentage greater than B? Can anyone tell?
100 by 200 into 100. 50%.
100 by
200 into 100.
means
50%.
50%. Anyone, all of you are preparing and you are it is very simple.
100%, sorry, sir. 100 by 100 into 100.
Now, why it happens? Because you studied it. You need not to study. You need to know. Okay. See,
बेस वो चेंज हो गया.
yes. How many of you are of a engineering background? Anyone of you engineering background? Having BTech?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many of you studied mathematics at intermediate 12th level? See, how many of you have studied quant at 10th level? High school? All of you studied or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then it is the high school. Note, you see, I will be sharing class 4th Olympiad question after in the group. You will see this is the far more than the question being asked in SSC and bank exams. This is just because if you have studied in 10th class, you need not to study. Suppose, let me ask, arithmetic plays a very important role. You need to improve your arithmetic. Until you are good in at arithmetic, you never will be good in data interpretation. See, suppose the sugar was 100 rupees per kg. Its price increased and its price became 150 rupees per kg. Now I am here, Mr. A. How much my consumption should increase so that my monthly budget doesn't deviate? Means हमारा मंथ का पैसे में कोई एक्सपेंडिचर में कोई इंक्रीज ना हो, इस वजह से हमें कंजम्पशन कितना घटाना पड़ेगा. आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग, इवन इफ यू कैन नॉट टेल इट इज ओके. Oh, means you people are not very comfortable in quant. Okay, चलो quant हमने quant देख लिया. I have seen that you people are not very good at quant. Let me ask something in reasoning. You tell me. What is the relation between E and G? Tell. E is
CND,
greater
sir,
than.
cannot be determined.
Huh?
Cannot be determined, sir.
Saurabh, yes. Okay, let me see. It cannot be determined, okay? Between E and G. Very good. Cannot be determined. Anyone know Saurabh, you replied this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me how you decided that it cannot be determined.
Basically, sir, we have to find like all the symbols between them should be same. If we are going from the open side, the every symbol coming in between should be the
Yes,
open
yes,
one.
yes, yes.
And if any close symbol will be coming, then we cannot go to that particular relation.
Can you explain why?
Sir, if something is greater than some other thing, how it can be small? Like these kind of logic should be there. No?
Yes,
If they
yes,
are
yes.
come to
Very good. It means, see, if you prepare inequality, if you prepare syllogism, You know that these questions are always 100% correct when you are solving in the exam. Okay, just you see and reply. Then our target will be accept puzzle. I always solved a puzzle during my preparation, but most of time I leave the puzzle in the exam because I was not having enough time to go with all. I attempted all others. While appearing for mock test and others, you appear for the puzzle. But note that before attempting all easy questions, you do not attempt puzzles until you attempted syllogism, until you attempted inequality, until you attempted blood relation, until you attempted direction test. If it is given as a puzzle, then it is obvious that you will have to solve the puzzle. But it is one-liner question, then you need to attempt all these. Then monthly GBO will be good for you. Therefore, I have decided that we will be discussing every session. Before every session, each session I will be taking, you will be solving DI and quadratic equation. Okay, if you and if possible, then we will do what previous year questions only. Don't do see in most of online where teachers are there, they want to show that they are having too much of knowledge and they are giving you. That is of no use to you. If you are solving DI for PAT exam, it is not going to benefit you any way in RRB exam. Because in PAT exams, you have too much of time. But in RRB, speed matters. If you want to increase your speed, always solve easy to moderate questions in large numbers. Then after 5 to 10 days, you will see that your speed is automatically increasing. Sometimes you are learning that what are the squares of this, what are the cubes of this. See, I will be sharing a question set of quant where all squares and cubes in the form of board mass are given. It will increase your quant speed also, and you will be it will be easy to remember you what are the squares and cubes of them. It is very important that you learn all squares and cubes at least up to 25 to 30. Okay, not more than that. Now we will be turning our session towards our discussion. Note that I will be instructing you especially for banking awareness and current banking and financial awareness. I would like to say I have been extremely good in quant when I have appeared for the PU because I am also having engineering background. Okay. And not only for our Delhi college, I have completed BTech from the Government Engineering College in Computer Science. As I am, it has been more than 10 years I am in banking. Now banking is running my blood. Okay. For IIBF certifications, you will be seeing my qualification. As of now, there is no IIBF certification which is pending to clear. In last, like on 23rd, there was a paper, Diploma in Treasury Investment and Investment Bank, DTRIB. It was the last paper I was attempting. This also I cleared in the first class. You will see the most of the qualifications, especially banking related. When I entered in the banking, I studied very well because without knowledge in the banking, you need not to survive. You need not be there. You won't be able to good decision making. Okay, this is only nobody taught me. I have never done my coaching or other things. And there will be a persons with who are surviving that they are not able to clear JIB, CIB just only because they have too much of materials. IIBF एग्जाम आई विल से IIBF का एग्जाम का सबसे अच्छी बात क्या है? Whatever is in book that only will come in exam. You just study the book and go for the exam. But if you are expecting that some guest paper will be provided to you, then you need not to appear the exam. If you are appearing the exam just for passing, not for the knowledge, then don't appear. It is meant for bankers. Means it will be for your enrichment of your knowledge. Okay. Now we will be going through our balance sheet and ratio analysis. Okay. See, this session is not important for IBPS RRB. No, even a single question even in 5 to 10 years, I remember, was asked in scale 2 and 3. But believe me, if you don't know these terms, you will never understand banking. And you will never clear interviews. During the interviews, they are not going to ask that what is a negotiable instrument act, what is this? If you are appearing as a credit officer, then this is the very important thing. Especially those who are expecting that they are going to appear in SBI CBO interview, then they must focus and need more attention to this. Can anyone tell what does balance sheet means?
It represents the financial statement of a firm.
Yes, something like that. Anyone who can throw some light on it?
Sir, it represents the financial statement of the firm at particular period of time, sir.
Yes. It is also there. Saurabh, can you tell me something?
Yes, sir. That is what I'm saying. At particular period of time, the financial statement of the firm is basically put in the balance sheet, where different as per the recent section of the government, certain norms has been assigned there. We have to put the asset and liabilities like that. So that is what, sir.
Now, see.
रात में हटाया ना रात में हटाया धीरज बाबू
Okay. Krishna Swami, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you know something about balance sheet? Have you ever heard? All of you are working in banking.
Sir, it comprises of liabilities and assets for a period of May 1st April to 31st March.
Yes. Now, see. If you are willing to appear in SPF CBO next year or some credit officer exam of any bank like PNB, BOB. Okay. Recently UBI is also there. You must be extremely good at balance sheet for any credit officer exam. Especially they will even if you top in written exam and you are not good at balance sheet, they will reject you in interview. Therefore, be very specific while sharing. Okay, we will be studying Companies Act 2030, whatever this. See, what is the balance sheet? We will. There is a term that balance. Do you know what balance means in Hindi?
शेष राशि.
Tarazu. You purchase the goods. Okay. Liabilities and assets. One side. Balance means the sum on one side is equal to sum on the other side. Sheet means anything that is representing these things. Schedule 3rd of Companies Act 2013 as a topic in 2014 mandates how companies prepare and present their financial statement. Before Companies Act 2013, which Companies Act was in force?
2014 sir, 1st April.
2000 Companies Act 2003 से पहले कौन सा Companies Act चल रहा था?
1956 sir. Companies Act of 1956 sir.
Hmm?
1956.
Yes, very good. ये आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, लेकिन अगर आप जा रहे हो इंटरव्यू के लिए तो आपको जानने की जरूरत है. It need to be clear. If you are appearing for the credit officer exam or interview, this is the most important. If your only focus is that RRB GBO, this is not going to come in written exam, but it will be asked in interview. If it is, I am teaching you at very first, it will not be taught again. Therefore, focus it. Further, it applies to all financial years starting from April 2014 onwards.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था मेरा.
Yes.
सर ये कह रहा था सर कि स्केल 2 और स्केल 3 के सिलेबस में कुछ डिफरेंस है सर, क्या फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस को लेकर या कुछ एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ना पड़ेगा क्या उसके लिए?
बट इंटरव्यू में डिफरेंस है, रिटन में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है.
अच्छा,
रिटन यू विल फाइंड सेम.
ओके सर.
इंटरव्यू में they will ask you in scale 3, during scale 3 they will ask all the things related to credit only, most of the things. How will you do KCC, how will you do gold loan, how will you do personal loan, how NPA is classified, what is your branch business, all the things related to credit will be. Because you know, in RRB scale 3 is a very big post, because their maximum skill goes for 5 only, out of which you have 3 already acquired. तो अभी आप जैसे ही 4 बनोगे RRBs में, 5 बनोगे, that is will be your final skill. See, although growth chances in RRBs are not very bright, but you know, mental peace. Okay. Mental peace is good in RRBs, except some, you know that insurance selling, cross selling उतना आप कर लेते हो, कुछ नहीं है. बट अभी PSBs में अगर आप सोच रहे हो तो when you go up in the scale, your peace is disturbed. Okay. So then if you want to stay at your home, अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि हम अपने घर पे रहें और 3-4 स्केल बहुत है, जितना मिल रहा है उतने में ठीक है, that will be very good option RRBs. But अगर आपको लगता है कि you want to be someday you want to GM of something or ED of any PSBs, or you want to switch from PSBs to some private vector banks, like suppose if you are in a dealer in public sector bank, you want to be a dealer in some private sector bank at a very attractive package, then PSBs will be preferred, but RRBs they will ignore, because RRBs को कोई scope नहीं. Further, if you are working in a private sector bank, then it is already advised that you switch to RRBs or any PSBs. Now, what are the financial statements? Can anyone tell? Is there any difference in financial statement and balance sheet? See, in interview these questions are asked. अगर आपने ये स्टडी किया होगा तो आपको पता होना चाहिए.
तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट इंक्लूड करता है सर बैलेंस शीट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस स्टेटमेंट वगैरह को.
यस यस यस. देखिए, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ये एक तरह से यूनिवर्सल सेट है, ठीक है. इसके अंदर आपका आएगा इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर स्टेटमेंट, ठीक है, बैलेंस शीट स्टेटमेंट या बैलेंस शीट बोल दो इसको, ठीक है, या कैश फ्लो हो गया. ये 3 मेजर स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं फाइनेंशियल जो इसके अंदर आते हैं. बट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट मींस कोई स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. दीज आर द कैटेगरीज ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. Financial statement is a big concept which includes all these: income, expenditure, cash flow, and balance sheet. Before we further go in the topic, we need to know what is the capital, what is the drawings or others, and what are the assets. Can anyone of you tell that what do you mean by asset? What do you mean by liability? What do you mean by capital? What do you mean by expenditure? What do you mean by current asset? What do you mean by fixed asset? अच्छा देखिए, these are very important for your interview, especially SBI CBO. जिसको भी SBI CBO का इंटरव्यू देना है, focus on this. When I will be taking mock, I will be asking on this. See, I will tell you. I was taking an mock interview of a person who completed BCom, but he was not able to tell me whether we can decide the company is in profit or in loss with balance sheet. उसने बीकॉम किया था, उसको ये नहीं पता था कि हम बैलेंस शीट देख के ये बता सकते हैं या नहीं कि कंपनी प्रॉफिट में है या लॉस में. इसका मतलब ये है, it simply means during all his study he never studied that balance sheet. And very simple question they will ask, very simple, but you will fail to answer because you focus on very tough things. Okay, I will be telling you. Simply, just I am not asking that you reply me in a financial terms. आप बस ये बता दो कि व्हाट इज असेट, कोई बता सकता है? एनीवन?
yes sir. Assets like सर मतलब जैसे आपकी मतलब कोई भी संपत्ति सर, इट कैन बी मतलब सर ये एसेट मूवेबल इमूवेबल टाइप, लैंड भी एसेट्स है सर, लैंड बिल्डिंग।
जो हमारा है वो असेट है,
यस
करेक्ट? सिंपल टर्म्स, ओके? नाउ इट इज ओके? If you
यस
have a
सर,
pen, then it is your asset or liability?
Assets.
Asset, because you own it. If you have borrowed a pen from someone, then it is your asset or liability?
Liability.
Okay. Same thing, same way. The same way we will be one asset liability. See, when we will be studying the priority sector advance, then we will be studying these assets and liability A and B, C, what is exposure, what are notes to accounts again. Then I will not be repeating it. I will be asking these things from you. Now, what is the capital?
हमारी खुद की मनी सर जो हम बिजनेस में लगाते हैं कैपिटल।
See, I am going to illustrate all the things. Focus on screen. If it is visible to you or not?
यस सर।
यस सर, यस सर।
Suppose a company is there. The company name is XYZ and now I opened the company. It needs a machinery of rupees 5,000. Then I purchased this machinery and installed in this company. Okay, one machinery I have installed there. This is the machinery. See, its cost is 5,000. Now, see, tell me, this is an asset or liability?
तो परचेज द मशीनरी एसेट है, और जो उसने फंड लगाए हैं एक्स्ट्रा मशीनरी के बाद वो उसकी कैपिटल है।
ठीक, तो चलिए, मैंने मशीनरी लगाई और उसको रॉ मटेरियल की भी जरूरत थी। मैंने 2,000 रुपीज का रॉ मटेरियल, आई हैव परचेज्ड रॉ मटेरियल ऑफ रुपीज $2,000, सी USD or rupees, you can write anything, only numerical values mattering here. Okay, to produce, and some machinery for packing were required. For this I have also involved $3,000. At the end of year, company reported the profit of 12,000. Now see, I have put this money into company for machinery. I have put $2,000 again for raw materials in the company. I have put that 3,000 also for packing machinery. There are two machineries. There is one thing is this. Now at end of year, what I will do? Whatever I deployed, I will take back from this or not? Obviously, I will say that 5 to 7 and 3, $10,000 I may take back, because as I have funded this, the net profit will be
2000।
2,000 only. Okay. Now, suppose there were two partners, A and B, shareholders. Don't say partners, shareholders. 5,000 invested by A, 5,000 invested by B. Okay, 12,000 is the profit. Then what will the share of A?
6,000.
Share of B?
6.
Okay. This is the way how they will be taking the profit. Whatever the investment in the company was made, that created an asset. See, जो भी पैसा A ने दिया था, whatever the money was given by A or whatever money was given by B, what was the ultimate fate of that money? It created an asset for the company. Okay?
Yes.
Is it okay or not? Suppose, let me explain it. I have purchased a machinery for 5,000 and given this to company. Machinery is an asset for company or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, company having asset. See, this is the not money of the company. This is the money who owns that company. Okay. Suppose anyone comes and say that this company is mine and not yours. What this person will say? Give me 5,000 back and take that company. I have invested 5,000 in this. Okay. So what capital does? Capital becomes a liability for company because it creates asset for company. Using the capital, the company creates the assets. Okay. Whatever is owned by the company is an asset, and claims on the company is a liability. Okay. See, now tell. Okay, I will ask this question just after. I am asking you think this, then I will be asking answer later. Loss in an asset or liability?
Asset,
Loss,
sir.
asset or liability?
Asset.
Asset, sir.
Very good. Yes, it is an asset. Why?
Because whatever loss is happening is of company only, sir. So it is company's thing.
Companies think further. Who will claim on the loss? Can
On
you
the
come and say that this is mine? No.
Shareholders, sir, shareholders.
Yes. Actually, company is a separate legal entity. Okay. When we talk about company and shareholders, then A, B, C, D, these are shareholders, and this is the company. This is the different from shareholders. Shareholders are of this company, but the company is different. But in case of partnership firm, there is no such distinction. Okay, partnership firm and their partners are same. But in case of company and especially in LLP also, limited liability partnership, then also it is a different thing. See, assets owned items of value convertible to money such as land, machinery, or cash. Tell it is written that it is convertible to money. Can loss be converted to money? If it cannot be converted to money, then it is not an asset. Okay, it is already converted. Converting to money doesn't mean it is converted into cash. If it is being accounted as cash, then it is a cash. Okay, means loss is already, whether it is rupees 2000, loss is rupees 5000, then it is being represented in rupees. There is, it is already converted into cash. Now we will be talking about what are the fixed assets, what are the current assets, okay, what are the tangible, intangible assets. Okay, fixed asset means जो भी जमीन में फिक्स होके लगा हुआ, whatever is fixed in the grounded, okay, it is the fixed asset. You cannot easily move it. Note that, easily move it, such as land, building. Okay, these are fixed assets. Machinery. Tell me, machinery can be moved. मशीनरी आप एक जगह से ले जा करके दूसरी जगह पे लगा सकते हो. If it machinery is there, you can take back from here and implant somewhere else. Okay, but it is not. This characteristic is of immovable type. Why? Because when you will be moving it, a number of things will be deployed which will be required for moving it, but not as for cars, vehicles. This can be automatically moved from one place to another. That's why it is called as a fixed asset. Further, current assets. What are the current assets? Can anyone tell?
Within a 1 year उनको सर convert करना होता है ऐसा.
Stocks and all, sir. Like
Cash in hand.
Yes, or liquid assets,
Inventory वगैरह ये सारी चीजें within a 1 year.
which can be easily convertible to cash.
Raw material is current asset or not?
Current asset.
current assets, sir.
Okay, fine. Up change. You are not going to change it again. Think again. See, I will be telling you. It will be very easy to decide whether it is a current or not. Anything which in next step or next form is cash or cash equivalent in the accounting period. 1 year means one accounting period. See, one example. Suppose you know that on 31st March, every company goes with these books and declares its profit loss and shows the balance sheet. Suppose if you have taken some cash or borrowed something in January, then it will be a liability. It will be liability when your accounting period is being closed. Okay. Current asset means this ultimate paid is cash. You will show in cash. Now tell me, raw material, next step of raw material is cash or not? What is the next step when you purchase the raw material?
It can be convertible into goods.
Finished
Raw
goods, sir.
material you
Yes, sir,
purchase,
finished goods.
you process,
Process. Yes.
then you convert into goods, or then you convert after some time into finished good. Then you go to the sale, then you receive cash. Is this okay or not? Is it visible to you? What is the process? Everyone, is it visible to know?
Yes, sir.
Like, yes. Then tell me, what is the next step of this raw material? It will go into process. Can you receive the cash with this material? No. Until it is sold, until it is sold as a finished good, it is not the current asset. Now you got clear that what is the current asset? Everyone is clear? Should I explain some more regarding the current assets? See, within that accounting period, for any asset, if it changes its form into cash, then it will be known as the current assets. Okay. Now, if you purchase the raw material, then it may or may not be utilized as cash. Why? Because suppose you purchase that raw material, you prepare the finished goods and sold in the same year and received the cash. Okay. The raw material changes into founder. But raw material has several processes, because after the raw material, you will get a new thing, that is the finished goods. Finished goods have a different notation in the balance sheet. It is already quoted in the balance sheet as a finished goods, as a inventory. Then you will find that raw material is not a current asset. Okay. Now tell me, finished goods, is this current asset or not?
Current,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Current asset.
Current asset.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Everyone is clear?
सर डायरेक्टली कभी कभी हमें रिसीवेबल्स भी मिलते हैं ना, रिसिप्ट वगैरह, उसके बाद ही कैश में, इसमें भी तो सर यस भी हो सकता है, नो भी हो सकता है.
Yes, very good. Very good. Impressing. Very nice, Saurav. Finished goods is not a current asset, because you may not receive the cash. Okay. If it is clear, then only. See, all receivables. Receivable क्या होता है? What is receivable? Suppose you are selling, A is selling some good to B. and generated an invoice in the name of B. Okay. Then this invoice is known as receivable. A will receive the fund or cash against some sale. All such invoices until specifically stated are assumed to be realized within 1 year. Okay, then tell me, this is a current asset or not? Invoice. Invoice is current asset or not? Yes, because
Yes, sir.
after the invoice, the only thing remaining that against this invoice you will receive cash only. Cash means either it is transferred to the account, उसने UPI payment किया, whether you have received a check in the clearing, this is also quoted as cash. See, in this case, the ultimate next step is receiving of money. Okay. Okay, I will explain it little more, because until current asset is clear, they will confuse you during interview. See, if next step of anything is to receive the payment or cash, then this is termed as current asset. Okay, now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
See, tangible asset, whatever you can touch is tangible. T say tangible, T means tangible and T means touch. If you can touch it, then it is tangible. Now, intangible assets which you cannot touch. Wasting assets, natural resources are others. This is not important. Only tangible, intangible, and current assets. Liability, you know that obligation which the company has to pay anyone. Liabilities can be as external liabilities, internal liabilities, and the category may be other the current liability or long-term liability. What is the current liability? Suppose you have purchased some raw material from person A, but the person has said that you will have to pay within 3 months for this raw material. Then this is the current liability, because within 1 year this will be made as off. This will be 0 or this will be changed to this. See, when we issue commercial paper, then current liability arises or long-term liability arises. हिंदी में जो कंफर्टेबल हैं वो सुने। अगर कंपनी जो है कमर्शियल पेपर इशू करती है, तो वो उसकी करंट लायबिलिटी होती है या लॉन्ग टर्म लायबिलिटी होती है? Any liability which is made off within 1 year is current liability. Not clear? Okay, tell me. Commercial paper commercial paper are issued for how many days?
270 days, sir.
364. Below 1 year.
Better to say below 1 year. If any liability is below 1 year, then it is a current liability or long-term liability.
Current liability.
Current liability.
Then it
Current
will be
liability.
current liability. Okay. Now it is okay or not? Clear? Okay. Non-current assets. All assets excluding the current assets are non-current assets. See. Now the actual analysis of balance sheet arises here. What is the balance? Balance sheet is a financial statement that provides snapshot of a company's financial position at a specific point in time. What are the breakdown of the key components? What are the things that are included in the balance sheet? Balance sheet includes what are the assets, liabilities, and equity. Okay. See, equity, do you know what is equity? Just before that, we have studied that capital. Assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. Equity means capital. Why? Because with the capital, company will create asset. With the liabilities, that is the loans, company will create assets. There, it is the total of assets created, then it will be equal to asset. कंपनी अगर लोन लेती है तो उससे भी जो चीज वो बनाती है या कुछ करती है उससे असेट क्रिएट होता है. वॉट एवर द कंपनी टेकिंग एज a capital, it is being created an asset in the form of machinery or others. Because both sides are assets, then therefore the total is equal. Okay. See how there are two more formats of balance sheet. How the balance sheet formats are there. T format means this. One side there will be liability, other side will be written as assets. Everything will be written on this, everything will be written on this side. Total of this side should be equal to this side. This is called the T format.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Now okay.
Okay, sir.
Voice is audible or not?
इको आ रही है सर थोड़ी सी.
Now okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In this T format, okay. One side is liabilities and another side is the assets. Total of liabilities are equal to total assets. This is the called T format. Companies cannot prepare in T format. Companies need to prepare in vertical format. Vertical format means first you write liabilities, all liabilities are equities, then you write total of assets. This will be your format. Yes. First above will be the title of balance sheet you see. Thereafter you equity and liabilities. What is the shareholders fund? You see here shareholders in made 1,500 contribution of the shareholders is there. Non-current liabilities are 2,500 and current liabilities are this. Assets, non-current assets are 4,000 and current assets are 3,500. Okay. Tell me this balance sheet is correct or not?
करेक्ट सर, दोनों इक्वल है.
Yeah.
Here total, what total?
7500.
Here what is the total?
7500.
Okay. Here assets equal to equity plus liabilities. Then balance sheet is correct. This is the T format of balance sheet. See, here liabilities are quoted, here assets are quoted. Okay. No, here equity is also represented as a liabilities. Okay. Here equity is classified as liability, means whatever we made in our input of money in the company, that is called as equity. There is one another term known as common size balance sheet, which need not to know. Common size balance sheet is financial statement presentation method that is each item as a percentage of total assets. तो कॉमन साइज बैलेंस शीट अगर कॉमर्स के कोई स्टूडेंट है तो पढ़ने का जरूरत नहीं है. देन कॉमन साइज, सपोज total equity are 10, okay, as a percentage of total assets. Suppose total assets are 100, then in the common size balance sheet it will be written as 10%. Then it will be quoted as a common size balance sheet. Now we will go through analysis of financial statement and this. What are the financial ratios? You need not to learn anything. See, tell me, asset is good or liability is good? As an individual, having asset is good or having liabilities is good?
Asset is good, sir.
Yes, asset is good. Because liability you need to pay. Assets are yours. In financial statement, like in ratio analysis, you take the terms which are mentioned in the balance sheet, you divide them and get ratio. That is the only thing you need to support. As assets are good, तो assets हम पहले या ऊपर ही लिखेंगे हमेशा. Okay. Now, current ratio. When this is being asked, means we will be asking asset by liabilities. But which asset? This is the current. Current. And the current asset by current liabilities. What are the current assets? Anyone can tell what are the current assets?
Which next step to convert it in cash within 1 year, sir?
Yes. All such assets which may change their form or they are converted into cash into their very next step within that accounting period or 1 year. This is called the current assets. In the same way, the current liabilities, what are they? The current liabilities are the liabilities which are cleared off within 1 year. See. Now, during the interview, they may ask that what is the current asset? This is the most important thing. You need to know. All of you will planning to appear in civil exam to know how you will be entering that current asset. Suppose I am asking you as I am taking your mock, and during the mock you are going to reply me. Then how you will reply that what is the current asset? Shiva Prasad.
Yes, sir.
What is current asset?
An asset which can be converted to cash in within 1 year.
Cash, or it changes its form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then it will be treated as a current.
Current asset.
Okay. I will be telling you one question which was asked to me during my interview. Okay. That question was asked for me, that having high current asset is good or bad?
Good, sir.
Suppose you are utilizing balance sheet of a company, one having current asset of 3, one having current ratio of 3, one having current ratio of 2, and one having current ratio of 1. Which company you will prefer?
3 wali.
3.
No, you answer me as you are answering in interview. I will give everyone as a chance. First, Ankit Sharma.
Sir, we will choose the company which is having a 3 current ratio, because this company has a more efficiently to cover up its all the liability.
The company is coming for you to take funds, okay? But he is having already current ratio of 3. Why he is coming for funds? Because the company will take the funds for the creating assets. But the company is having much of assets now. Later I will be telling you how you will be answering during the interview. Next, Saurabh, can you answer it? Just try. I am teaching you a balance sheet and ratio analysis today. I am not expecting that you know it. But until how you will be representing, I will assist you in that way.
You're asking me, sir?
Yes. Suppose you are posted as a branch manager after selected as a scale 3. You got a balance sheet of a company, one having current ratio of 3, another having 2, another having 1. Which company will take for financing?
For safety wise, I should go with the 3 only, sir, because it has more ability to cover my loan, because it has the more capacity to liquidate it asset. So, but yes, you raised the question like if it is already having so many assets, why it would be taking loan?
No. At least if people are answering, I am satisfied. I will tell you how to answer in the exam during the interview, but it is good. Krishna Swami.
Yes.
Are you there?
The company having the 3 current ratio is good, sir.
I will be
Because
telling
they can pay off 3 times the current liabilities.
You will be answering, sir, just looking at the current ratio, just merely looking at the current ratio, it is really difficult to decide, because thus it is showing that company is having assets, much of assets, okay? Much of assets and very less of liabilities. It shows that currently company is having more assets. Now, having more assets, we can find that either its inventory may be increased. Suppose the company is producing the goods, but it is not selling enough. Current asset by current liability. See, the ratio will be high. Either the current assets are high and current liabilities are constant. Okay. See, y is a fraction. Suppose its value is 1, its value is 3. Now, if x by y is equal to 2, suppose, from this to this, if y is constant, then you know that value of x might have increased, because see, what, suppose there is a ratio, current ratio is equal to current asset divided by current liability. Suppose current asset is 3, current liability is 2, then current ratio will be 1.5. Now, see, if current assets are 4 and current liabilities are 2, then the ratio will be 2. Now, if the current ratio, current assets are 1.5 and current liabilities are 1, then it is 1.5. See, if company sale is down, then what will happen? Company's inventory will increase or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, suppose company is selling a number of things on credit, right? The company has sold all his assets on credit. All the purchasers given that they will give money. Okay. Then assets are increased. Liabilities are not there. Liabilities are decreased. Means these are constant. Then also current asset will increase. Then how will identify the company is receiving the cash for financing purpose? 3 is good, but we also need to see other parameters whether the current company is receiving the cash sufficiently when it is increasing its current assets. Okay, this will be your answer. Having current ratio high is good, but by the same time, high may not be preferred if it is selling on the credit or only current assets are increasing. See, can current assets be increased? How many ways that you can increase the current assets? Just by selling on credit, you will be increasing on the current assets. One question may be asked that what is ideal ratio of the current assets? Two is to 1. Okay, 2:1 is the ideal ratio. But what you will be answering during the interview if it is asked? You will be answering, sir, ideal ratio must not be classified as a single ratio because it depends on the internal guidelines of the bank, risk appetite of any financial institution, how much risk appetite. 2:1 is comfortable, but if we see the parameters, the sales, the profit after taxes, whether it is good or not. If it is very extremely good, we can also consider the lesser current ratio. Okay, as guided by internal guidelines of the bank. Now, activity ratios, that is turnover ratio, this will be asked only if you are a commerce background. If you are not from commerce background, then it won't be asked to you. Now, current assets. Okay. What are the quick assets? Quick assets.
Current asset minus stock minus prepaid expenses.
See, quick assets means which are as equivalent as cash. Okay. Bank fixed deposit. Suppose a company having fixed deposit in the bank. This is a quick asset, means company can quickly use it. Okay. Can we say that all current assets are quick assets? No.
Not really.
No.
Yes. But all quick assets are current asset or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. Solvency, debt to equity ratio. What is debt to equity? When you forget a formula, just go through the statement. What it is written? It is written as debt to equity. Debt to equity divided by equity. It is debt to equity ratio. Okay. High debt to equity ratio is good or bad?
Bad, sir.
Yes. Why it is bad? Because company has too much of debt. Okay. Now, these serial number 3 and 4, interest coverage ratio and debt service coverage ratio. These two must be specifically studied if you are attending the interview. Interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio is the earning before interest and taxes divided by interest expense. Formula, I know that you people will be very familiar, but I am going to ask a new thing. Why it is written that earning before interest and taxes? Because bank debits its interest first. Whatever loan you have taken from the bank, it will debit from your account whether you have paid income tax or not. Okay. Now, debt service coverage ratio. Debt service coverage ratio simply implies that how comfortable is the company while paying the debt. Tell me, debt service coverage ratio, if it is high, it is good or bad? Such things are always asked in the interview. Tell me about yourself, everyone will say.
I will be good, sir.
Yes. So, Ankit, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why debt service coverage ratio high will be good?
So कंपनी की एबिलिटी ज्यादा होगी उसकी डेप्ट को कवर करने के लिए.
See the formula. See the formula. DSCR is equal to operating income divided by total debt. Okay. Operating income divided by total debt. Now, debt service for any fraction, if value is high, it is very obvious that either its a denominator will be high or numerator will be high or denominator will be low.
Low.
Either total debt will be low, then also that DSCR will be high. That is also good for company. Or operating income will be very high, then also DSCR will be high. It is also good for a company if operating income is good. Those appearing for CBO exam are, then I will be taking the mock. I will be focusing on this. And note that I never ask that what is DSCR. I will be asking what is DSCR. After that, I will be asking why. Why it is this, why it is this. Because every interview, they don't ask definitions. आपके इंटरव्यू में कोई जीएम रहेगा वर्टिकल का, अब रिटेल का अगर जीएम आपके, if retail GM is there, you think that he will be asking you formulas. If someone from NABARD is there, he is not concerned with the formulas. You want to know whether you have made a comfortable understanding of these terms or not.
सर कब तक एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं सीबीओ का?
CBO, I will update as per my understanding and other previous trends. You must be expecting by this Monday. But
Okay.
for
मतलब tomorrow.
Yes, but as tomorrow is holiday, it may shift Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay.
मतलब this week we can expect.
Yes, exact thing I will update you on Wednesday.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Only when I get some reliable information, then only I update in the group, because the people gets focused on this.
Yes, sir.
I will be asking, then I will tell you. Okay. Actually, during the holidays, I need not to talk someone and call someone that what are the chances of interview. Only when you call for me that how, yes sir, what's going on, then after some time during working days you can say that is there something going on, then I will
Yes,
update by Wednesday. But most probably you be prepared. Okay.
yes, sir.
Make your mind. See, this is the practice sheet. You make practice sheet and you, calculation is not very important, but categorization is important. Here it is written that current assets is there, cash equivalents are there, are this. Okay. You solve it and text me your answers. Okay. It is very simple. Just you will be calculating, adding all current assets and adding all current liabilities and dividing it. There is nothing whether I will be telling you that it is very important that you won't be able to understand. There is nothing like that. See, if you will study this PDF truly, nobody will be there who can, just for a level of banking, nobody will be able to challenge you that you don't know these things. But very deep, more than this is not required, but it goes very much like you are a commerce student, you are preparing for CA, don't go for that. Okay. Do you know one of the biggest failure reasons is that you study most of things which are not useful for exam. Focus, be very concentrated. Now I will be solving this question only because this is somewhat different. All of you are advised to solve and tell me just now. Are you viewing this? If a current ratio of firm is 3:2, fixed asset of a company is rupees 150 crores, total assets 350 crores, then calculate total value of current assets. All of you are the question is visual to all of you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then
Yes,
solve
sir.
it. You have 3 minutes. After that, I will be solving it. Current ratio of a firm is 3:2, means current assets by current liabilities are 3:2.
Current asset 200 and
Okay, चलिए
current
चलते हैं.
liability 133.33.
Yes, sir. Same.
See, current ratio is 3:2. Okay. See, fixed asset of a company is rupees 150 crores. Fixed asset or current asset or not?
No, sir.
No. These are long-term assets. Total assets are 350. Total assets, but 150 out of these are
200.
fixed assets. Then current assets will be correct. Correct
Yes.
or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Total value of current liability
200 by 3 into 2. 400 by 3.
yes. Why? If current asset is 3, okay, means this 3 is equal to 200. 1 is equal to 200 by 3. Current liability is 2. Then 2 is equal to into 2. It is 400 by 3. Correct? नहीं समझ में आया? You didn't get? Okay, let me solve in a normal way. See, are you clear that current asset will be 200? Anyone having confusion? Current asset by current liabilities 3/2 means current assets are 3K, current liabilities are 2K. Okay. Now total assets are 350, out of which 150 are not are the type of current asset because this is fixed asset. Then we will minus it and we will get that 200 as current assets. Now here current asset value is 3K. So 3K is equal to 200. Then K is equal to 200 by 3. Now to calculate current liability, we see that this value is 2K and K has a value of 200 by 3. Then 2 into 200 by 3, it is equal to 400 by 3. Okay. This is the value of current liability. Calculate the total liability of a company, if equity shareholding equal to 275 crores, you need to solve it yourself. Why? What you will do? Equity shareholding is equal to this. Okay. Assets. Liability plus
Equity.
okay. Liabilities you are having and equities you are having. Calculate total liability of company if equity shareholding are this. So equity is equal to 275. Okay. And the liabilities you have already calculated. Note that here one thing.
400 by 3.
I will be telling you. See, total assets is equal to 350. So then 350 will be assets and plus equity. How much equity is there?
275.
275. 275. It will be 350 means it will be 500 and 600 and 625. Okay. Correct.
Sir, asset is equal to equity plus liability ना तो sir 350 में से 275 minus होगा ना sir.
माइनस होगा सर वही.
Asset is equal to equity plus liabilities.
Asset 350 है और equity 275 है. तो
75
minus
आएगा
होगा
सर.
ना.
1 minute, I need to study. Yes, shareholding of
75.
promoter is 275 crores. This is equity. Okay. Equity plus
Plus liability.
liability is equal to assets.
Asset.
How much asset is there?
350.
350 sir.
350.
Total.
You need
75.
yes, 350 minus
275.
okay.
70. Yes.
Yes. Now, are you okay with this? This is the maximum thing, whatever it can ask. Nothing more than this will be asked to you, especially even in credit officer exam. Any one of you attending that UBI credit officer exam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then you need to study. I will be sharing you personally all RBI circulars. Okay. Break even point you need to study.
Okay.
And Nayak committee, Tandon committee, MSME financing, their turnaround time, Nayak, Tandon, maximum MPBF method. Okay. And all other government schemes related to MSMEs. You need to study all this. I will be sharing you privately. Those who see, this was just an introduction lecture. This was not.
Sir, are you taking classes separately for that, sir?
I will be sharing that PDF only because separately that is like break even point. In no GPU will be asked. But if when it is scheduled UBI exam,
Sir, it is not mentioned in the
yes.
notification.
Okay, then I will be sharing you, and if possible, I will take some lectures because Nayak committee, and other committees are not important for RRB GPO.
Yes.
None is asked. Okay. By that you will be easily to able to understand. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will be sharing you this.
Okay.
Those who are appearing for interviews. See, before answering any question, you need to make a background. You are not a kid like I am asking that what is your name and you are saying that my name is this. No, this is scale 3, scale 2. These are responsible positions in a bank. You are not a PO. If PO answers something like this, then it matters. But scale 2 and 3 need not answer. You need to study like a banker. experienced banker. You just need not to answer directly one to one straightforward. No. First, you make explain them what is this, what are the consequences of being high and low, what are the things you finally answer. Now, after that, when I will be taking the class, you people need to solve at least one DI question and 10 questions from quant and reasoning. The screen will be shared. The screen will be shared to you. Previous year questions will be there on the screen. Once you will be having total 10 minutes to solve. What will be this? Specifically in quant, this will be the DI and quadratic equation. And other linear equations, algebraic equations. And in the reasoning, there may be, I may not be there because reasoning is very easy thing, except some puzzles. Okay. Just for practice, because you know, some people are there which are we are not able to qualify in quant section. I don't know how you people are studying because quant is very interesting thing once you study with your thing. Do not follow someone else. Someone else, everyone has a different mindset. Everyone. So working of your brain, your structure, your behavior is different. Some questions which seems very lengthy to someone, the same procedure is very understanding for another one. Okay. Specifically avoid tricky math type things. Okay. Someone was telling days and questions I have seen over there that divide by days, then divided by this, then multiply. How many numbers you will be making a trick? For every different question, you will have a trick. No. Focus on your this. How many of you are planning to take Hindi as a language in RRB?
Me, sir.
Me also.
Okay. Hindi as a language, you see, I will telling you. If you are very good at Hindi, then the best benefit is that you need not the time of Hindi can be given to quant and reasoning because you need not to study very much in Hindi. Further, what is the biggest drawback? You think that this question you attempted correctly, but actually you have attempted incorrectly in Hindi, especially in sentence correction questions. You just read in one go and you just reading and reading, you never go through. If there it was your subject at least at a high school and intermediate level, you studied grammar, you have very good vocab of Hindi, then only prefer Hindi. Else Hindi and English you will see the cutoff is approximately same. Okay.
सर हिंदी के लिए कोई स्पेसिफिक बुक या कुछ सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं?
स्पेसिफिक बुक वो एक कर सकते हो ना थोड़ा सा हिंदी one thing I will be telling you. Yes, I will be sharing in the group. Actually, it is not coming to my mind. I will be sharing in the group. Okay.
Okay.
For Hindi. Okay. Now, the benefit with English, I will be telling you. Once you prepare the English, it benefits you in other GBU exam because English is compulsory part of all GBU exams wherever language is coming. Okay. Then if you are not very sure that you are same as good as in Hindi and as good as in English, then go with English. Further, how you will be attempting the questions? I didn't discuss for GBU. We will be discussing it further. How you will be attempting. You have 2 hours to attempt that question. Okay. 2 hours and 200 questions. Do you know in last 5 minutes? 1 minute. See, can you utilize your last 7 to 10 minutes? 5 to 7 to say, to be very precise to say. The last 5 to 7 minutes are waste. Do you know by that time invigilator already crying here and there? Only 5 minutes, only 3 minutes, only 5 minutes. It distracts your all attention. Okay. During this, you cannot solve reasoning or quant. Do you? It may be that if you are very extremely brilliant, that you just touch the question and solve finally, then you may solve the one question. But to be very precise, when I was attempting the exam, I was planning only this. I was saying that 5 to 7 minutes are already waste because you cannot do anything. See, these 5 to 7 minutes, suppose there are 40 questions. In computer questions, it takes around 1 second, 1 to 2 seconds to click that option. And if you will see that, you will find within 12 seconds, you can click the option and go to next. Okay. If computer is very good, you can score 20 out of 20 marks also without very specific preparation, and 15 is the minimum marks you can score. Okay. Then in the last, very last, okay, in last 10 minutes you can easily finish computer in less than 10 minutes. You just need to either you know it or you don't know it. You may do this further. English language and Hindi language. Do not think that Hindi is easy. No, you will take as much as of time in Hindi, at least similarly in English also. But what is this? That reading comprehension in English you may study 2 to 3 times, but in Hindi you may do in only one by studying only one time. Okay. See, when you go in the exam, the first hour of your exam is very relaxed. Means, suppose it is a 2 hour exam, the first 60 minutes are very the first 60 minutes are very easy through. Okay. First 60 minutes. In this 60 minutes, you solve the quant aptitude questions, which you can easily make in one go. At least in every DI, at least 2 to 3 questions are there, which are directly from data. You solve this. At least 2 to 3 arithmetic questions are there, which are that just put data and solve it. You can easily solve it. Suppose if there is a number series, the number series is such a question, either you can solve it or you won't be solved at all. If it is easy, at least 2 to 3 you will easily crack it. If it is very tough, even doing two will be very difficult for you. Then do not waste your time. Whatever you are knowing, just finish in quant and finish reasoning. The first relaxed hours you do quant and reasoning, then complete all this. Then if you are having enough time, then attempt reasoning or quant again. Ensure that whatever you know, what are the easy questions are not left, and maintain your accuracy, you will get through. This time, let me see, I will be telling you one person with one student which found in plasma grammar equal to 1 minute.
I will be
telling you his it was around 55 or 53 something equated score was there. It is not in this mobile now. I will be sharing the marked copy of this. If you are going with the general category, you need to score 92. This is the maximum score. You may make a 2 less than this, but with this you will get RRBs of your college. Less than this, like 1 or 2 marks, 5 marks, then
you will be at line.
But if you are less than 80, 85, 86, then
Sir, your voice is
then do not be
Qualifying exam is not
qualifying exam is not
until you get finally
until
selected.
you get finally selected.
Then focus
Then
on
on this,
doing this. We will
we will be doing this. We will be studying
after
all this only after
at least 10
finishing at least
on
10
every
questions
class
on every class
DI
on DI and
on
on
reasoning.
reasoning. Because I have found a number. So who scored around 36 and 38 in financial and English? They were failed in quant. Then do not. You have to give equal importance to all sections, not only one section. Okay. This class will be continued in the same way. And when I will be taking mock of SBI CBO, for that time being, it may be halted for some time because we have enough time. Till GBO and other GBO exams come, we will finish. Okay, anyone more having more questions? Something to ask? Or should we leave our questions?
सर नेक्स्ट सीबीओ के लिए क्लास फिर जब रिजल्ट आएगा उसके बाद ही होगी सर?
नहीं, नेक्स्ट सीबीओ का क्लास तो क्या है ना कि अभी तो अपना ये कि if you are just made qualified for interview, I can guarantee you, I will make you that you score around 100 marks in the interview. Even तापस और वो जिन लोगों ने लास्ट ईयर किया था उन सब ने 90 once you qualified with even average marks with CBO, you are out in. When you need not to study. But for GBO, if you are appearing for by any chance, if it is not a good luck for this time, we will be continuing on. The batch will be announced later after the exam. Okay. But ensure that you will this further. Note one thing and keep in mind, day by day vacancies are decreasing. When we were used to appear in PO exams, you see, during 2012, you will see there were around 50,000
16,000, 15,000 vacancy. Yes, sir.
Okay. See how nowadays hardly 3,000-4,000 are coming. 5,000 are coming. 6,000 will be maximum, and some persons, some banks are reporting nil because vacancies are saturating. Further, RRBs are being integrated, merging. Then vacancies are also low. You know that Prathama has been merged now. Baroda UP Gramin Bank, Kasi Gropti Gramin Bank, and Aryavrat Gramin Bank. These all are merged. That's why vacancies are decreasing. If you will show your laxity in preparation, then you will suffer a lot. Further, make one thing. If suppose tomorrow is the holiday, today full night study is required. Because once you sleep, your body is not in control. You will sleep till tomorrow, some work will come, your holiday will be wasted. Focus till 1 year, only 1 year till next vacancy is required, you will make it through. And our target will be how we will focus our study here for see in computer section you need to score 50 to 20. Okay. In financial section in 45 you need to score minimum 35, 30 to 35, 32 to 35 minimum you will score. If you will study all PDF you will find. Okay. Quant and reasoning, you do not study any new thing, you just study solve previous year questions only. For computer, previous year questions only. Nothing new will come. English language and Hindi language, it is based on your practice. Okay, you do. On my behalf, whatever maximum I can do, I will do for yourself. But on your behalf, what is required, you need to do. If I am saying that if next day is holiday, you should plan that today I will study full night. Tomorrow, sleep till when your body is relaxed. But do not study full night just before. Suppose tomorrow you need to attend the bank. Do not study full night because you will have to work there also. But full night study is required because you are working and competition is very tough. So parties for some months or for at least for a year, you do it for yourself, then enjoy. If you will enjoy earlier, then you will suffer later. Decision is yours. Any more questions?
Sir, how to prepare for CCP, sir?
CCP, one book is there, you know.
No, sir, I don't know. Please refer that.
IABF book is there, certified credit professional. Solve our examples and questions in this. Break-even point will be there. Current asset liability calculation will be there. DSCR calculation will be there. After once you make a through, then you will have to go training. I will share you that book link. Okay, it is available on online also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Focus on this only.
Okay,
Ankit,
sir.
Yes, sir.
study this balance sheet completely. This video.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
If
sir.
any
Yes, sir.
confusion arises, you just focus. You
Yes,
can
sir.
message me. All of you can message me, but you know that I will be replying you only after 9 p.m. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone, you should you are advised if you need anything, you like study material, you may text me. If any more question is there, you ask me, else to leave the session. Okay, I will be leaving the session. Further, from the very next, we will be focusing on current banking and financial awareness and general banking, including 10 questions every session just before the session related to quant and reasoning. Without solving, I won't allow anyone to join the session. You solve it incorrectly, it is acceptable. And the question will be from previous year papers only, so that till the exam comes, you should not say that, sir, I didn't qualify in quant section. And that very big reason I found that you are following a number of people and they are trapping into tricks. You don't go through tricks. If you studied mathematics at 10th level at least, then you don't need to study any trick. As soon as you will be solving the more questions, you will be developing your own trick. Do not rely for tricks. Just go through the general method till date. You have followed all the general methods. You are multiplied in the that way, but in this way you are using Vedic way. This is just they create a gimmick and like say that you think yes, it is very quick. And if you will see the all or previous year questions, you will find that there were no questions on board mass where trick can be applied. Yes, one trick is there, calculating square root, calculating cube roots. I will be telling the same, that is very easy thing. Then don't fall prey of anything. Just focus on concentrated study and just get a good job and enjoy your life. Should we disconnect our session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If anything is there, you may text me. Okay, you may leave. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.